Discipline and Deliverance. Long ago, a man named Isaiah lived in Jerusalem. One day, he saw a vision of the Lord sitting on a high throne, surrounded by shining angels. Isaiah felt small and unworthy, but God forgave his sins and made him clean. Then God said, "Who will go for us?" And Isaiah answered, "Here I am, Lord. Send me." God's people had forgotten how to love and obey him. They prayed with their lips, but their hearts were far from him. They hurt one another and didn't care for the poor. God wanted their hearts to be pure and their lives to be kind. Even though the people sinned, God still loved them. He said, "Come now, let us reason together. Though your sins are red like scarlet, I will make them white as snow." God wanted to forgive them and bring them back to his love. The people became proud and trusted in their riches and power. They built tall houses and forgot the Lord who had blessed them. Isaiah warned that pride would lead to their fall. He reminded them that only God deserves our trust and honor. Isaiah saw a beautiful vision of the future. He saw all nations coming to God's mountain to learn his ways. People would stop fighting and turn their swords into tools for farming. God's peace would fill the whole world one day. Many people chose idols instead of God. They made statues of silver and gold and called them gods. But Isaiah said those idols could not hear or save anyone. Only the living God is powerful to protect and guide his children. God cared for his people like a gardener who planted a vineyard. He gave them good soil, sunshine, and rain. But instead of good fruit, they grew wild and bitter. God wanted them to live justly and show love to others. In the temple, Isaiah saw angels calling out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty." He felt unclean and afraid before God's glory. An angel touched his lips with a burning coal and said, "You are forgiven." Isaiah was ready to speak God's truth to the world. The people were afraid of their enemies. But God told Isaiah to say, "The Lord himself will give you a sign. A baby will be born called Emmanuel, which means God with us." This child would show that God never leaves his people alone. Isaiah saw people walking in darkness, but then he saw a bright light shining on them, the light of God's promise. A child would be born, a king who would rule with peace and justice. His name would be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Prince of Peace. The people still did not listen to God's words. They turned away and treated others badly. Isaiah warned them that trouble would come if they did not change. Yet even in his anger, God promised mercy to those who returned to him. Isaiah said that one day the kingdom would fall like a tree cut down, but from the stump a new branch would grow. That branch was a promise, a new king filled with God's Spirit. He would bring wisdom, peace, and justice to the world. Isaiah saw a beautiful world filled with peace. Wolves and lambs would live together, and children would play safely. The earth would be full of the knowledge of God. Everyone would know and love him. Isaiah sang a song of joy to the Lord. He said, "God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid." He wanted everyone to sing praises to God who saves. Joy filled his heart because God was with his people.